Hey guys, welcome to another video brought to you by Total Control Traders. Alright, without delay, let's get right into it. SPX market still in a downward trend. Right now in the after hours, potential for reversal. There is a potential for inverse head and shoulder setup with the way that it looks right now. If that is the case, then the trend line, the neckline that we will need to break in order to confirm would be something over there. From the neck, or from the, neck to the neck, okay? Right now, what I'm seeing, good sign for the bulls. We held that key support from this flash drop back on February 10th. So we held that key support. That is a good sign. Ultimately, I will remain majority cash until further clear direction is provided. So from here, what do I mean by further clarity? Well, first of all, break of this neckline, shoulder, head, break of this neckline would be a first sign for bulls. Ultimately, we want to be breaking this trend line, and it's okay to be late. As you know, it's okay to be late. It's okay to buy back higher, but play those easy money. Play with the trend until it ends. Make the easy money, okay? From here, what I'm looking at, if this key support is lost, we will be looking back down here to the previous high, which lines up with the 0.382 at in between that 387 to 385 zone. Then from there, if that is lost, the most ideal entry remains at the GP of this whole move. Since January, this whole move, GP lining up with key support resistance zone. Not expecting a loss of that zone, but the market pullback has been relatively much smaller than expected. If we were to look back at the previous option expiry weeks, which this week is, there has been majority pullbacks or sideways actions. So that could be the main reason for this week's minor pullback. We could very well see further upside. Again, the ultimate target that I'm looking at still remains at that 4090 zone. Excuse me. Let me draw that again. I lost my drawing today recording another video. So, just in case you guys ever do this, if you were to use this replay button after you clear your drawing, it's kind of fun. You can play the... Is it working? Okay. Let's see here. So what this does is allows you to play the charts ticker by ticker. It's kind of fun. Just make sure you don't clear your drawings before you do it, because you can't get them back. There is no way to undo, okay? Or undo, scroll, Control Z, whichever you use. Good thing to note. Anyways, let's take a look at the target. I remember there being two times that lines up. This one's the November one. Okay, so this one is showing higher. Nope, already have that one. There's the other one, 4090. So these two lines up. This one, not so much. this fib extension is drawing from the beginning of the November run to the, oh, I think I drew it wrong. This one. So there's different ways you can draw it. Let's draw it a different way. I would draw it to here. Oh, that's the other one. Okay. Yeah. If you were to draw it from the low to the high to that big pullback, you're looking at 42.99, 4,300 basically. But these two, if you were to draw from the November to the high to the high, lower low, that is 40.90. Then the most recent rejection at 1-to-1, but the 1.618 lines up with 40.90. So the ultimate target remains at 40.90. Let's take a look at US dollars. Head and shoulders still very well possible. You can clearly see it now. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Neckline to break is right here. Once this is broken, would expect further downside. So gonna want to see first thing what the reaction is within this key support resistance zone. If we're to go back up, head and shoulder theory is negated. All right. That's it for the market. Next up, hottest tickers. First one, Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Bulls, hold of the 88, hold over the 88. And now we are forming a bull flag again. Bitcoin continues, went straight past 50,000. And the 88 is a clear guide right now at 49,000. This 55 or just under 55,000 is the 1-to-1 extension from the last move. Something to note, could see a rejection from there. Next, Tesla. Saw a lack of follow through, so that's a decent sign for, well, indecision candle today. Didn't see a follow through based on yesterday's bull candle. It is weak. We were extended from the 88. Right now it's still looking weak. We back tested that lower trend line, which is not a very clear trend line, by the way. So from here, support, support, gap down, and now we're back testing it. On this indecision, there's no clear directions. Would not touch it for now. Want to see a clear direction because we could very well come down to fill the gap before the bounce up. Okay, next, NVIDIA. Bull flag formation, perfect open on that previous high. Held the 88 back in the position. From here, we could see a dragged out. Let's do this. We could see a dragged out bull flag formation. Go back up higher, then a little bit slower, then up higher, and then come back down a little bit lower. As long as we are holding that 88, this gives me confidence. Earnings coming up on the 24th. Love the setup. Next, FSR. Same thing, bull flag setup, big gap up, huge bull volume. Trust the volume. Biggest bull volume ever. Biggest bull volume ever seen. Okay, trust the volume. Have entered enter back at this trade with a small position, small sizing, still in capital preservation mode. So want to keep that. Same idea. As long as the 88 holds, this is a bull flag formation. Very nice decreasing bear volume. Will likely begin adding to the position relatively soon. QS, nice upkeep of bull volume. Lots of profit taking today. Now this was an interesting day today. If you look at it, we opened up higher due to, no, that was yesterday. Okay, so today we opened up lower. Huge run at the beginning of the day. Big profit taking. Then that RD8 just kept on supporting. Towards the end of the day, I stopped watching. Towards the end of the day, big sell pressure. Now back test the trend line. Where was this trend line from? All the way back since before the beginning of the move. Since the beginning of the move. Okay. We can see support here, open down below, got bought up, then rejection, another rejection here, and now we are back. So let's say if we were to zoom in here, you can see that slight rejection, bought over it, support, got down under, rejection, and now we are back testing that trend line. Love it. We were overbought, slight bearish divergence, so that is playing out right now. But love what the chart is what the chart is doing. No major concerns. We were extended from the 4-hour 8. Makes sense, we're pulling back a little bit. Wait for that daily 8 to catch up. I just want to see a bull flag from here. Next, zoom. That's nice. We held the key support zone. Key resistance support zone. Breakout, fake out. Even though we're trading under the daily 8, we held it. Closed right at the low end of it. Decreasing bear volume. Would consider getting back into position tomorrow. Love the setup. We are still looking at the gap fill as ultimate target, first target. Then the GP, which lines up with this resistance. Closely lines up with that resistance as next target. Lots of good opportunities on here. If we look at the weekly, yeah, no major red concerns. All right, that's it for the hottest tickers. Let's get into the requested tickers. First one, ACEV. Okay, weekly, we are extended. Big, what is this? It's not a shooting star. Big spinning top candle with huge upper wick. Volume is not, we do have one more day, but volume is not too concerning yet. Daily bear volume looks good. Huge bear divergence playing out. Okay, this one's going to be a bit interesting to draw. But you see that big bear divergence. Be patient on this one. Based on the bear volume and the price action so far, would anticipate a daily bull flag setup. Watch for the hold on the daily 8. Next, RKDA. Increasing bear volume. Lost the daily 8. Chart does not look good, especially after a pop on volume like this. We just gave everything plus more back. Not a good chart to be playing. Okay, so it's a penny stock, and that's potentially why. RKDA Biosciences. See, the last time we had pop, gave it all back too. The time before that, gave even more back. So wouldn't be touching this chart now. We are clearly in the giving back zone or giving back time frame already. And you can see that when it does, it gives back for a long time. Could be a good stock, good ticker for day trading if you're anticipating a move like this. But once the move is done, make sure you take profit. All right, no clear patterns in here. No divergences. Yep, it's gonna be a hard ticker to play. Next, SNDL, sundial. Similar idea. Huge pop. Give it all back. Big ass bearish engulfing, near engulfing candlestick. If we opened up lower, it would have been engulfing. Huge bear volume. Now bear volume is decreasing. No bear divergence. There is a chance for this chart. Trading under the trend line. See if we can find another trend line here. Look at that. So support, and now we are trying to hold it on increasing bear volume, however. So we could see a loss of this trend line. Tomorrow, not very interested. Remember, trade with the trend. Unless you're playing short, of course. If you're playing short, you know, the trend is your friend right now. Daily is slight decreasing bear volume, so you want to be cautious as well. Right now, it's sort of in that middle no man's land. The key support to hold is 136. It just I'm just looking at this chart, it sort of looks like it just negated all of these previous resistance and supports, hey? And guys, if I'm using resistance and supports without trend lines, generally means this chart is a little bit harder to play. Lesser reaction. Trend lines tend to be reacted much easier, much better. As you can see, it just ignores everything here. All these previous resistances. Yeah, wouldn't touch it. Next, TLRY. Big bear action, price action. Good earnings, but wow. Increasing on the hourly, increasing bear volume. Getting away from that hourly 8. Would look for a reaction. This is would look for a bounce soon. This key zone. I'm trying to remember how I drew this key zone because it doesn't look too right. Is it on the daily? Even on the daily, it doesn't really look clear. The way I see it, it's gonna be hard to determine that. Okay, it's gonna be somewhere around there. This key zone must hold, but would expect a bounce play coming up. Not extended from the daily 8 yet, so not interested. Next, ANVS. Nice walk up on the daily 8. Huge. Well, small gap and huge run, then lots of profit taking. This one of those tickers. No. Okay, so it's all-time high. We are in that very clearly overbought zone. RSI is at 88. If you're in the trade, daily 8 is your guide. If you're not, use the daily 8 as an entry. Next, ITRM. All right, rejection from the channel. Long-term channel, we did review this before. Yeah, long-term downward channel. There is a curl forming here, so that's good. Huge bull volume last week. Amazing. Biggest bull volume ever. Chart's a little bit interesting. But on that kind of bull volume, would have expected that we break the channel, which we did, but then got faked out. So on that kind of bull volume, this is actually showing me indecision volume. So it's not clear bull volume. You know, you just go, you start zooming in to see what exactly that volume is. I'm still seeing bear, slightly bearish. Yeah, even on the 30-minute, it is still a slightly bearish volume. On the daily and the weekly shows bull volume because overall the candle is, okay, sorry. On the daily is bear volume. On the weekly it shows bull volume. It is overall last week was a movement up. That's why. But because when you zoom in, it shows bear volume, not very trustworthy. And we did lose that daily 8 now. So looking for that gap fill down here, down to 154. Yeah, down to 154. Next, PLTR. All right, chart is looking very interesting now. Okay, for I sent a message to the trading group today that this chart is looking very interesting, and I had picked up positions in this. We have now reached that 1-to-1 extension target from this A, B, C, and it is, depending on how you draw it. So as you can see, there's a trend line from back here as well as wedge. If you were to draw it from the repeat of the wedge, let's take a look at the 4 hours. Go to the high. It's close, but not perfect. Yeah, we got close to, well, one of those trend lines, but regardless, look at that daily volume. Highest bull volume ever. Regardless of timeline that you look at, daily, 4 hour, already 30-minute, that first sign of bull volume first thing this morning. Zoom out, highest bull volume. On the shorter time frame, highest bull volume since IPO, but on the daily is the highest bull volume ever. Trust the volume. It is 99% of the time it tells a story that is going to play out. From here, what we are seeing in the after hours, we can see slight movement up. Okay, pre-market, there is a gap left behind, so would expect a fill tomorrow. I want to see open right around the high of today, then just continue to run. This 1-to-1 extension target, amazing entry. All right, next, Amazon. Love the relative strength versus the market. There is continuation we're seeing. Sustained bull volume, nothing exciting yet. We did break that wedge again. Let's hope it's not a fake out again. So next up, key resistance zone. Slow but steady move. I love it. From here, I want to see increasing volume. Just continue to increase. We've been on a sideways action for such a long time. This can provide such great reward towards the upside. Next, ABNB. One thing I love about Airbnb is its reactions to the way it respects fibs. Look at this. We got our entry back here in the low 177s. Key previous resistance support zone lining up with GP, and that was the near perfect entry. Okay, now we got over just ever so slightly over this channel. Then sideways bull action and market pulled back, so Airbnb pullback. But now again, the key previous resistance and slight support lining up with GP, a perfect bounce from that GP, holding this trend line from back here. Chart is looking amazing, but decided not to get in for this reason. The weekly A had just began to show up, and we are a little bit extended from it. Weekly right now is showing a bearish engulfing candlestick. That is a little bit of a cause for concern for me, especially with earnings coming up on February 25th. Would rather avoid that risk. So we'll be keeping a close eye on it, see where we go from here. Next, PTON. We lost that key support yesterday. Today, lack of follow through. There is still high chance of this just reversing as long as we hold this zone. Yeah, we held right at the top end today. So this could be a breakdown fake out. Want to see the action into tomorrow and going into Monday. Volume, nothing exciting. Keep an eye on it though. Next, snow. Decent bull action today, then got shot down towards the end of day. We held that, well, lost the GP a little bit. No, we didn't, not on the 4 hours. We held that GP. We came up, bounced to the 4-hour 8, then shot down right after. Right rejection right at that top of the previous key resistance support zone. Selling volume, not convincing. Lack of bear volume, but slightly increasing. I like the bull volume that came in today. Still overall seems to be setting up. This is generally a setup of a wedge. This kind of decreasing volume, but can't seem to find a wedge in here. It's just pinned in between these two zones. Yeah, this middle one is not as important, but we can see support, resistance, bounce, support again, resistance again, bounce. So see if there's further downside. Sideways action. Next, space. Bull flag formation bouncing from the 0.382. Huge bull volume came in today. Okay, not huge. Decent bull volume came in today, holding that 0.382. Big upper wick from the 88. Want to see the follow through tomorrow. Right, last two I just want to quickly review. Air Canada, how are we doing? Haven't looked at it in a while. Perfect GP bounce, hold of this lower trend line from the wedge, then trend reversal. Now we're looking at a not so clear but potential potential for inverse head and shoulders. Whoop. Yeah, I don't know if that doesn't look so clear to me, but I'm thinking there's going to be more further follow through. I love this back test of near the 88. Let's see more follow through soon. Right in that lack of resistance zone. Beautiful. Next, Suncor. Gonna make this the last one. Nothing exciting, still pinned in between that two. Gonna need to break 24.40, then 24.82 for further upside. Chart is looking great though, because there's a huge gap after we break 29.39. All right, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you're looking to get out of debt or build that first pot of gold, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button in order to get updates on our new videos daily. Also, check out our website at totalcontroltraders.com. We offer a 7-day free trial to our chatting platform where trading ideas are shared and charts are reviewed live. Stay safe and be in control. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.